Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel Mathematical Room. So in our today's video we are going to find the side of a right angle triangle, but as you can see that a statement is given in front of you. First of all, we are going to read the statement, and then after reading the statement we have to draw a figure of a right angle triangle, and then after that we will find the side of the right angle triangle with the given circumstances. So as you can see that the statement is given as the angle of elevation of the top of a pole 40-meter high. So the angle of elevation which is making with the pole, and the height of the pole is 40 centimeters. So first of all we have to draw a pole that you can say that a straight line, perpendicular straight line is representing the height of the pole. The length of the pole is 40 centimeters, so we can say that this length is means length of the pole is 40 meters. So on the second part of the statement, the angle of elevation of the top of the pole of 40 meter high is 60 degrees. So the angle of elevation, so let me explain the angle of the elevation. The angle of elevation, there are two angles we use in the trigonometric ratios or with the right angle triangle. That angle of elevation is always making from the bottom to the top. So it means that you can say that if a point is over there, so from if we join this point to the top of the pole, then the angle on this point is called the angle of elevation. So in other words, we can say that the angle between the horizontal line means we can say that if we draw a line from this point to this point, or you can say that with the bottom of the pole, so the angle of elevation with the horizontal line, this is called the horizontal line, from this point, and the angle making with this point to that point is called the angle of elevation. So if we join this point with the top of the pole, and the angle making over there is given as 60 degrees, so that is the angle of elevation. So the angle making from the bottom to the top is called the angle of elevation with the horizontal line. So the other angle is called the depression angle. We will discuss in our next videos, but here we are discussing the angle of elevation, which is 60 degrees, and making with the horizontal line when we join this point with the top of the pole. So that is called the angle of elevation. So angle of elevation is given as 60 degrees. So when seen from a point on the ground level, so when this point is on the ground level and when we see the top of the pole, so the angle making is 60 degrees is called the angle of elevation. Then we have to find the distance of the point, this point, from the foot of the pole. So foot of the pole is there and the point is there where the angle of elevation is making. So we have to find the distance between this point to the foot of the pole. So from this, so we have to find this distance from the point to the foot of the pole. So let's suppose we can say that this is x meter, and we have to find that what is the value of x. So in this figure we can say that the triangle is A, B and C. So as you can see that the right angle is at point B, angle of elevation is at point A, which is given in the statement, and we have to find the distance between A to B, which is representing as x meters, and B to C is representing the height of the pole. So we can say that in the right angle triangle ABC, in the right angle triangle ABC, the measure of BC is equals to 40 meters. Which is already given in the statement that the height of the pole. And after drawing the figure, we have found that BC, we can say that the height of the pole, and height of the pole is BC is equals to 40 meters, and measure of angle A, which is equals to 60 degrees. So we can say that measure of angle A is equals to 60 degrees, which is also called the angle of elevation. The angle of elevation is making from point A to C with the horizontal line AB. So angle of elevation is 60 degrees. And we have to find the length of AB. So we can say that measure of AB we have to find. Let's suppose this is equals to x. So now let's see, with the help of three magical words of trigonometric ratios, which are called as SO, CAH, CA, and TOA. So now with the help of one of these magical words, we are going to find the length of the AB, or we can find the distance between the point A and B, or the distance between where the angle of elevation is making to the foot of the pole. So if you see that these two sides are given, one is 40 meters that we already know, and the one is x, which we have to know. So, and the angle of elevation is 60 degrees. So if we talk about the angle of elevation 60 degrees at point A, so the opposite side will be this one. So this one is opposite side, and this one will adjacent side. So opposite and adjacent, the trigonometric ratios where the opposite side and adjacent side are involved, we use the third magical word is called the TOA. T for tangent, O for opposite, and A for adjacent. So we can say that tangent measure of angle A is equals to opposite side divided by adjacent side. So in the triangle, if we see that measure of angle A is given as 60 degrees, so if we put the values of measure of angle A, tangent measure of angle A is given as 60 degrees, so tangent 60 degrees is equal to opposite side is BC, so we can say that BC is the opposite side divided by adjacent measure of AB. So BC is given as 40 meters divided by AB we have to find, so we will write there X. So that's the trigonometric ratios. Tangent 60 is equal to 40 over X. So now we have to find the value of X, so switch this X from the denominator to the other side of the equation, and tangent 60 from the left hand side to the right hand side, so that can be written as X is equals to 40 divided by tangent 60. And if you remember that in the table that we have found the value of tangent 60 was given as under root 3. So now we put the value of tangent 60, which is equals to 40 divided by tangent 60 equals to under root 3. So you can say that X is equals to 40 over under root 3. So if we use the calculator and solve this fraction and divide 40 with under root 3, so we will get the answer as 23.09 meters. So we can say that the value of X is 23.09 meters. So that's the length. X is the length of AB, and AB, you can say the distance between the point A and B. So we can say that the distance of the point from the foot of the pole is 23.09 meters. So so the distance of the point from the foot of the pole is equals to 23.09 meters. So that's the distance between the point A and B is 23.09 meters. So that's how we can find the distance from the point A to B, or if you say the statement which is given as find the distance of the point where the angle of elevation is making. So from the foot of the pole, that is the foot of the pole, so distance between A and B we have found with the help of trigonometric ratios, that is tangent 60. And after solving this trigonometric ratio, we have found the length between point A and B, which is equals to 23.09. So that's how we can find the length, which is representing x. So x is equals to 23.09. So that's the question we have solved, and I hope that you will understand when you will watch the video. So these kind of questions where the statement is given, so we have to read the statement very carefully, and after reading the statement we have to draw a figure, and with the help of figure we can solve the question. So hopefully you will understand that how can we find these kind of questions with the help of trigonometric ratios. So inshallah I will take some more examples in my next videos with the angle of elevation and angle of depression. So in this video we have understood that what is the angle of elevation. So in our coming video we take an example of the angle of depression. So please keep watching the videos to understand these kind of questions. Inshallah I will see you in my next video, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. I will see you in my next video. तब तक के लिए इजाज़त दीजिए। खुदा हाफिज़।